your head. Our Father, thank you for watching over all of us, our administration, our teachers, our support staff, our students and parents. Thank you for guiding our IT department to make distance learning possible for our students and for this meeting to be possible. We ask that you be with all of us as we work together during this pandemic. In your holy name we pray. Amen. The April 2nd Clay County School Board meeting will come to order. We will not be doing the Pledge of Allegiance. We welcome everyone who is attending electronically. We do not have any recognitions and awards tonight, nor presenters, nor a school showcase. We do not have any presentations from the audience, public comment. On the consent agenda, I'll entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
This is Mrs. Karakis speaking. Before you entertain a motion, I would like to pull item C12 from the consent agenda to discussion.
C12?
C12, the Clay Charter Academy contract renewal, please. Thank you.
Okay, then I'll entertain a motion stating that.
This is Janice Karakis. I move that we approve the consent agenda with the removal of item C12 to discussion.
Second that motion, Mary Bola.
Okay, I have a motion by Mrs. Karakis, a second by Mrs. Bola. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Well, let me go down. We just said yesterday when we were training that we were going to do a roll call vote. So let me start. Janice Karakis.
Aye.
Tina Bullock.
Aye.
Ashley Gilhousen.
Aye.
Mary Bola.
Aye.
And Carol Stutter votes aye. Okay, so the consent agenda is approved. I'm trying to get my screen to go down. Okay. Will your screen go down? Here we go. Hang on, it's coming. There is no CCEA update nor a SESTA update. Superintendent's update.
Yes, ma'am. I've got a couple items to review with everybody here. I just want to give everybody a little bit of an update on how distance learning is going. So tonight I want to talk a little bit about the launch of distance learning, the Chromebook distribution, the meal services, social worker outreach, as well as the school closure update. I promise it'll take 5 minutes.
Mr. Brodsky, we're getting a big echo.
If we go on the launch of distance learning, I just want to show some photographs. I just got to tell you how amazing our teachers have been, our students have been, our parents have been. If you take a look at these teachers there, teaching, kids engaged, actively engaged. That's a little, that's a culinary class, by the way, with the student that's there with the pasta. Here you see the young lady on the left, I think is kind of interesting. You look at that, and of course, just everybody in a whole different mode of education. Here's some numbers for you. Our one-page portal had over 72,000 logins. Our Google Classroom had 93,000 launches. Okay, we only got 39,000 students in the district, approximately. iReady, 3,000 launches. Achieved 10,000. Focus for 16.5 there. So let me just say that there's no doubt that individuals are heavily involved in this. I appreciate everyone's patience as they deal with first week jitters. I especially thank the parents for their cooperation. Many of them are working from home at the same time that they're helping their child. So for Chromebook distribution, we went ahead and so far we've given 12,500 Chromebooks.
If anybody out there is still in need of Chromebook, if they can go to www.oneclay.net coronavirus, we can get the Chromebook to them, and everything should be good there. Meal services, we just wanted to remind you, so far, with the first 2 days, 4,412 meals served. You can see that breakfast is less popular than lunch on that graphic. We're also proud of the fact that breakfast from 8 to 9, lunch from 12 to 1, but starting April 17th, we're going to serve from 11 to 1 and provide 2 meals at that time, because what we're hearing from parents is traveling twice in order to get the meals is not as advantageous as once. If you take a look, we now have 17 schools that we're serving. And also, I point out that one thing that we have addressed is Plantation Oaks Elementary is the newest one added to the list, serving the Oakleaf community. So we're very proud of our cafeteria staff. Susie Glover's a rock star over there in food and nutrition services, and our meal services are going very, very well. Social worker outreach. We know that there's families in needs, and we take our responsibility seriously. Mental health clinicians are producing videos to help students with anxiety or parents with anxiety. Working families in need regarding Chromebooks, they're also working on drop-in visits to those people who are in desperate need of help. Working with our community partners to identify resources for food, housing, childcare, financial assistance, etc., monitoring and responding to the needs of school staff. Let's not forget that even our employees are in a difficult situation, and helping them out, of course, is a valuable. Let's take a look at what's actually happened here. I just want to give you a timeline. If you remember how we got here, March 13th is when they first closed schools, and that was until March 30th. Then March 17th, they said that we're out till April 15th. Now the latest is March 30th, out to May 1st, which is actually the 4th is the Monday, tentative date for return to school sites. Remember school grades? There's no school grades this year. State assessments have been canceled throughout the state. 3rd grade reading is no longer a promotion requirement. 10th grade reading, the FSA, the Algebra 1, EOC, those have all been waived for seniors, so they can graduate without those. Non-seniors taking Algebra 1 can take Geometry EOC next year for a passing concordance score. In the accelerated assessments, AP has changed drastically. No longer face-to-face exams. They're going to take a 45-minute online free response. Okay, more information is available on the AP website. Our ACE Cambridge students, they will no longer run the exams in May and June, but instead they can take the exam in November of 2020. And our IB students, that testing has been also delayed. So I just want to give you a quick update. I thank you for your support. I'm just amazed at how well our district has adapted to this and how everybody's just gone with the flow. I just want to remind everybody out there that we understand that people are in a different situation now, and the world's a little bit different. And of course, we're going to take that into account. And I appreciate everyone's support. Thank you so much.
Mr. Brodsky, this is Mrs. Karakis. I'd like to ask if you could send that to the board members. It was a little garbled in the beginning. I was following along reading, but if you could send that PowerPoint, that would be greatly appreciated. And thank you for all you're doing.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Next, we go to the discussion agenda, and we had item C12 pulled. Ms. Karakis?
I pulled this because I can't support it. I know that the legislature has allowed us to approve a charter school for 15 years, but there's no other contract in the county that we have approved for that many years. So I'd be comfortable with it still at the 5, but because it's that long, I just can't support it. It did say when I read through the contract that it is up for an annual review every year. I would like to ask Mr. Brodsky and Mr. Bickner to please bring all the charter school contracts back, if that's how their contracts read, for a yearly review. But this one, I just couldn't support it.
Okay. Could I get a motion on this item, please? Hello?
I'll make a
This is
15
Mary Bola.
Yes, did you make a motion, Mary? You were garbled.
I didn't know if somebody else was speaking as well. I'm moving to approve the item C, it was C12 if I'm not mistaken,
Yes.
for approval.
Okay. Do I have a second?
I'll second. That's no modifications, just to be clear, correct?
Was that Ms. Gilhousen?
Yes.
Okay. We have a motion by Ms. Bola, a second by Ms. Gilhousen. Any further discussion? All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Oh, wait a minute, I'm gonna call on you by roll call. Mary Bola,
Aye.
Ms. Gilhousen,
Aye.
Ms. Bullock,
Aye.
Ms. Karakis.
No.
And I vote, and Stutter votes aye. So the motion carries 4-1. School Board Attorney remarks, Mr. Bickner?
I have none, thank you.
Okay, School Board member remarks. Ms. Bullock, do you have any remarks?
I do. I just, I don't know if we actually voted on the consent agenda because I was going to say something, but that's okay.
We did vote on it.
Did we? Okay. I must have been, I was hijacking it during that time. I just wanted to remind Mr. Brodsky that we talked about item C4, the supplements to the elementary schools primarily, that the tech positions that all the schools have except for the larger schools, only the small schools have that tech position. And I understand that the reason is because those other schools, the bigger schools, have actually a teacher, a full-time teacher. But I'm assuming that during the day, those are teaching classes and they are called upon after school to do additional things for teachers in the technical department, especially in this day and age right now. So I just like that, Mr. Brodsky, after our conversation, if you will look at that and make an evaluation, especially some of those schools that have, like I think one of them had almost 1,400 students and doesn't have a tech person. So if you would do that, I'd appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Ms. Bola?
I was just going to reiterate what Mr. Brodsky said in many of his memos, that we are learning as we go, that progress over perfection is what we're striving for. And a huge thank you to all of the faculty, the students, all of the people in the county office, all of the tech people, everyone, the custodians who have been going out of their way to keep everything clean, and particularly all of the food service people. Thank you for all that you're doing to make this a smooth transition. Appreciate it. And above all, just everybody remember to be kind.
Ms. Gilhousen? Ms. Gilhousen?
I'm here. Good evening. I just, again, want to reiterate what you already said and thank everybody who's been patient with us as we've worked through this process. I know it's been stressful for a lot of families. Nobody expected as a parent to be wearing the teacher hat for the rest of the school year. So I'm right there in the throes of it with you. We've had an interesting week here at the Gilhousen Academy. But we're glad to have our schoolwork done for the week, and we'll be observing Fair Day tomorrow. I don't know about the rest of you. We're going to do some carnival games in the driveway and walk down the road to see the farm. So I hope everybody's staying healthy, staying home, enjoying this slower pace of life while we can. Soak up these moments with your children. They'll go by quickly. I know in the day-to-day, it doesn't seem like they will, but they do. And my thoughts and prayers are with everybody who is being affected by this virus, whether it be your financial situation, your health. We're praying for you, and we'll get through it together.
Ms. Karakis?
Her mic is off.
Your mic is off, Ms. Karakas.
Sorry, there we go. I would just like to ask Mr. Brodsky to look into our spending. I think at this time we're not sure what our budget's going to be like in the coming year, and that it would be a good time for us to really tighten the purse strings on everything anything that we can, because we don't know where we're going to be at. I'd also like to ask for an update on where we are with our GPS system on the buses. I know that Mr. Sweat was a few months back told us that he was looking into some alternatives, and instead of the contract that we have, which will be expiring June 30th of this year. And the last thing is, I know we're all at home, but we all get messages from people, whether it be a email, text, or a phone call. And I also would like to echo what's been said. Our teachers, our staff, our administrator, our faculty, everybody's doing a wonderful job. And I actually have gotten some messages from people about how great their teachers are and how their teachers started on day one with their kids. And some of the kids are a little lonely, especially the older ones, the teenagers that are used to having their social time. But it sounds like we are making the best of a bad situation. And I appreciate all the support that everybody's getting. And I also would just like to ask everybody to stay healthy. Thank you.
Okay. And I would just like to say that I am so proud of everyone in our school district, because everyone has been working together. This has certainly been a team effort in these uncharted waters. I hope and pray that we all stay safe and that the pandemic doesn't hit any more people in Clay County. I ask that we all try to support and pray for each other, and let's all stay safe. And Mr. Bunkley, I have to tell you and your department, we made it through the board meeting with flying colors, and thank you so much. And with that, I'll adjourn the meeting. What, Ms. Mary?
I don't believe Ms. Bullock had a chance to speak, did she?
She was first.
I did, but I do have one more comment, if it's okay.
Okay.
I just want to let everybody know that this is probably the first time that I had a longer walk to work than I did drive. So, and also, I wanted to thank the Charles E. Bennett for and all the schools that put on those parades. They were wonderful and very exciting for the students and the teachers alike. So, and everybody's please stay safe.
I think those parades have really lifted everybody's spirits. It was a great idea. But anyway, y'all stay safe, and hopefully we'll be able to see each other soon. And good evening, and everybody go cook dinner. Meeting adjourned.